Is there anything you're optimistic about? And I'm wondering if one of those things is independent media, because people are listening to Seymour Hersh. People are listening to you. People are actually able to consume a lot of these alternate points of view. And 3 years ago, we famously got in a big fight here with YouTube as far as freedom of speech, and very hard to get messages out there. But these days, it's easier. And I'm wondering if that's something you're optimistic about, or anything else.
I am optimistic that the current tragedy will end, but I don't know that the crisis we're in will be resolved quickly. I just don't know. I think the inevitable collapse of Ukraine will be helpful, because it will put all of these people in the position that LBJ and his friends were in 1968. In other words, you lied. This hasn't worked. So that will be helpful. But we've got to get control of our borders. We have to enforce the law. We have to have effective police forces, and we need effective armed forces. Maintaining these illusions, fiction, that, people's gender is fluid, or worse, that it doesn't matter, so that you have women all over the place on the ground in the Army and the Marine Corps where they absolutely should not be in the event of a war. I mean, there are places where women can be employed effectively, where their talents can be put to use, where they're protected. But again, this is back to the problem of understanding what war is really like. Winston Churchill used to say, war is the absence of moral restraint. Well, he was right. War is barbarism. And that's why you want it to end as soon as you can end it, because the longer it lasts, the worse the barbarism becomes. We've forgotten all of that. We see too much on television, this artificial world where Buffy and John and Jim go to war together and everything works out all right, maybe a couple of scratches and one person's killed and that's it. It's a lot of nonsense. War is barbarism and involves killing on the industrial scale. That's what you're seeing happen today. In Ukraine, the Russians have perfected this connection between overhead surveillance, intelligence surveillance, reconnaissance, and strike systems, artillery, rockets, missiles, mortars, everything. And within minutes, they can bring anything in front of them under effective attack, to the point where the attacking force will be destroyed long before it ever comes to close with the Russian forces defending on the ground. That's industrial scale warfare, involving huge quantities of munitions. We're not prepared for that. The Russians are, and they're making it work for them. So I think, for instance, right now in Ukraine, all the air defenses are gone for all intents and purposes. So casualties will simply go up, because the advances in precision munitions, everything from glide bombs and cruise missiles to conventional artillery that is now accurate and precise, put it all together, concentrate it, and you're killing thousands and thousands of people within a few hours. And that's why this war needs to stop. The Ukrainians can win it, and we have a moral obligation as Americans to intervene and put an end to this and find a way forward. The problem is, I don't think we have any credibility with the Russians any longer. I don't think any of the governments in Western Europe do. Now, if the governments in Western Europe change, then there's a possibility something could occur. If the German government and the French governments were to change, then potentially they could negotiate an end to this tragedy with Moscow. But I don't see any possibility that that could happen for us in Washington. And I don't know what you think about London, but I don't think much is going to change there immediately.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.